and becoming one with the breath. Today, let us all embark on a journey towards ourselves, towards loving ourselves, which is the most important thing. To begin that journey, first you need to empty your mind of all the judgments, of all the thought processes, and just connecting with the breath. Just be with your breath. Your breath is your guru, and your breath is your savior. So let us all today make an affirmation saying that we will be experimenting on all the steps in all the ways which we learned today, because we want to see ourselves happy, because we want to see ourselves taking care of our own selves. Just surrender to yourself without any doubts, without any judgments, with a pure trust. Last 2 minutes, friends. In these 2 minutes, I want you to be silent, silencing the mind. Right, friends. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a beautiful session. And today we are on the day 2 of our self-love workshop. Yesterday we have covered on the challenges, the fears, and the deep-rooted issues one experience to block ourselves to self-love. So today we'll be knowing the steps and the ways how to reach to our self-love or how to experience the self-love. So I'm going to open my PPT. Just bear with me. Right. Mhm. Mhm. So are you able to see, friends? Okay, 1 second. So all right. Okay. Okay, that's perfect, Sahar. Thank you. Mm. So friends, let us get into the topic of self-love and the ways and steps to experience self-love. So I have put 5 steps to experience self-love. The first thing is forgive. Forgiving is the most important thing, friends. Forgiving ourselves and forgiving also the others. It is very important. And we will get into the details of each topic in the coming slides. So the second thing is be good to ourselves, be good to yourself. We always are good to everybody, but we are not good to ourselves. This is the second important step towards our self-love. And the third thing, take back our power over our own life. We have to take back our own power. So we give our steering to somebody else. Okay, you do the riding. I will just be there. So we don't take responsibility. So we will get again into these details. And the fourth thing is act. Acting is very important. Act means in action. You have to act. And the fifth thing is, which is the most important thing, though all of these things are very important, the fifth thing is most important. Be truthful to your own feelings. Yeah. So these are the 5 steps towards the self-love. And let us get into each topic. So the first thing, as we discussed, is forgive. So think about past mistakes which you cannot forgive yourself. like uh, like you did so many mistakes, I did so many mistakes. So if you notice your past mistakes, and when you realize that mistakes, immediately you forgive yourself. And if you have the answer, as it is given here, if you have the answer, you will know who or what is keeping you captive in a prison of hatred and fear. Because we always keep everything aside, we think that we are clean, or we think that I'm okay, but deep down there are so many things that are harboring. So we need to witness that. We need to know that, oh, I have this mistake, I have committed this mistake. It's okay, it's okay to commit mistake, but now is the time that I forgive myself, because I cannot do anything, I cannot go into my past and repair anything. But from now, I will repair my future, I will work on my future. This is the attitude we have to have. And forgiving is the most important thing. Forgiving yourself is the most important thing. If you forgive yourself completely, you can forgive others. So if you don't forgive yourself, you think that you are forgiving others, because deep down again those kind of issues, the repetitions, the problems will be coming again and again, because you are not accepting yourself and also the other person. So this is very important, friends. We all did mistakes, we all have committed mistakes in our past. So when you know that you have committed that mistakes, when you see that you have committed those mistakes, then it is very clear, because you have the clarity that you did commit mistakes. Now it is easy to clean that. Only when you see the dust you can clean it. So bring that out and work on it. This is one of the ways to self love again, because how can we experience self love when deep down that we are still thinking that, oh, I have committed mistakes. We cannot do that. So forgive yourself. From today you start forgiving yourself. From today you make a conscious choice that, oh, I will forgive myself for whatever I have done in the past, because I cannot repair my past. Now I will see what I can do in the future. Now I can see what I can do now. Yeah, this is the most important thing. And the second thing, when you forgive, you don't change the past, but you change the future. As I told you earlier, you don't change the past, but you can change your future. It is very, very true, isn't it, friends? Because we think that we can repair anything in the past, but we cannot repair anything in the past, but we can repair in the future. So, so that we will not repeat the same thing again and again, until and unless you accept that you have committed mistake. And when you have accepted that mistake, and when you forgive that mistake, then your future is clear. Your future is safe. And the second thing is, be good to yourself. So be good to yourself. If there is no love for yourself, you're like an empty cup, like empty teapot. If it is empty, you have no tea to fill all the cups on the table. Start by doing good to yourself, and it will be easier to show love to the people around you. So it's like my teacup is empty and I'm pouring some tea to everybody. How is it possible? Your teapot is empty, first of all. You're not having love for yourself, and how can you expect that you are giving love to others? Because everybody says that these great things, that I'm doing great to everybody, I'm doing, but are you doing good to yourself? Are you really doing good to yourself? You have to work on it. So first of all, fill your teacup. Then you can fill others teacup, no matter if it is your family, friends, or colleagues, or anybody, or the whole world. So be good to yourself, friends, and take back your power. This is also one of the important things. Take back your power. So take back your power over your life, and drop the victim mentality. We always have fall into this trap of victim mentality, that I did something wrong. Again, fall into the trap. You fall, oh, you go to the deepest corners of yourself, that, oh, I'm so sorry, I did so much bad to myself. Like you always have these kind of emotions. So never fall into the trap of victimhood. Yeah, this is one of the important things. And no more blaming others or your circumstances. No more blaming, no blame games. No, not at all. So you cannot blame yourself, or you cannot blame the circumstances or others. So because you have to take responsibility, you have to have your own steering, you have to ride your own car. So you cannot say that, okay, you do my steering. You have a nice car, and everything is ready, everything is perfect, and then you ask your friend or you ask your family member, okay, now you take the control, but you still love your car, but you're not taking the responsibility of riding it. You know the driving, but still you're not doing it. So this is what I'm telling: take back your power. You cannot give your power to others. So the more you give power to others, the more you get hurt. So for this, I want to tell a story. Many people feel bad if somebody says something to them, or because we put others as a priority. So this is also one of my favorite stories. I always like to tell stories. One time, what happens is Buddha was giving some teachings in one village, and he finishes his teachings, and he has to go to another village. Before he has to cross to that village, there is one village in between. This village people doesn't like Buddha at all. He said, Buddha, what are you doing? Your teachings are very bad, and all kinds of abuses they do it to Buddha, you know. And then Buddha doesn't say anything. He just keeps silent and he goes to the next village. He finishes all his teachings there. And while returning back, this village people, they get to know that Buddha is again coming on the same route. So they go again to Buddha. Hey Buddha, in the morning we had shouted a lot on you, but you did not do any. You did not react. Why is that so? Then Buddha says, in the village where I went to teach now, that the head of that village gave me some sweet box. I took that sweet box. What if I don't take it? Whom does it belong to? It belongs to the person who is giving the sweets, right? So it belongs to the person who is giving the sweets. So that means if you're saying so many things about me, that I am this, if I take it, then only it belongs to me. If I don't take it, it doesn't belong to me. So I don't fall into the trap of this victimhood, that I don't think that Buddha did not think bad about himself, that he's doing something wrong. If that he would have thought that that time all these people coming and shouting at Buddha, he wouldn't have become a Buddha at all. We should all become a Buddha. We should all not fall into this trap of victimhood. So we should always have a control in ourselves. No matter the whole world come and says anything to you, it is your choice. It is your conscious decision that you know who you are. This is what we are working today. Today, we are going to experience all these things because all these times we have given all our power to somebody else. Now we will not do that. We will take the power back. We will say, no, from today, I am ready. I am ready to drive my own car. My car is so beautiful. I have cleaned everything. It is in a full condition. Now, let me take a ride. You will say that in confidence. People come and say, oh no, you did not drive all these years, and you don't know how to drive, so are you sure you will drive? People will come and ask you these kind of questions. They want you to make you down. But friends, always remember that there is always a positive attitude to these kind of things. If somebody is coming to you and putting you in a challenging situation, remember that they are trying to make you grow. If those kind of people and those kind of circumstances are not there in your life, how can you prove that you're strong? So today we will all make a conscious decision that we take a control of our own life. We take the power of our own life. We will not give the power to somebody else. So this is why the all the circumstances, all the people that we have met have taught us. So now we will implement how to do it. So no more blaming others. No blaming yourself also. Don't blame yourself that all these years I did not do anything to myself. All these years my family did not do anything to myself, or my circumstances are like this, so I couldn't love myself. So let us all drop these things. Let us all shed all these the skin, like, which is not like the snake, like, we all know the snake, right? It each I think for every year, or for some time, the snake sheds its old skin and the new skin appear. So let us all shed the old skin, which is not useful for us, and let us become new. So, no more blaming others, no more blaming yourself, and no more blaming the circumstances also. Circumstances like my life is like this. Oh, wish I'm there somewhere in another country. Maybe I would have expanded my level of intelligence and all these things, or there might be so many opportunities. So let us all come out of it. Let us all come out of these games. It's all a games that our mind is playing, right? So this is one of the important things. And be in control of your own choices, successes, and your life. Be in control. Take a control of it. Whatever choices you had made, even if it might be a bad choice also, even that choice you had, because it is your choice, how can it be bad? Because you have decided that you will marry this person, and it is your choice. So accept it. Accept the choice. And there is no wrong choices. Only learnings is there, but there are no wrong choices. And successes and failures, everything, take a control of it. If you can take your success in your success as a great thing, also take your failure as a great thing. Only when you take your failures, only when you accept your imperfections and flaws, then you love yourself. Then you really love yourself. So take back your own power, friends. And third thing is act. So here I want to ask you all, what is the difference between need and want? So I'm going to, one second. Sorry. Hmm, I'm learning the technology. Please bear with me. All right. So here I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and express your views on what is the difference between want and need. If you have any views, because I like to interact, so I don't like it to be monologue.
Hello.
Yes, 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 Manikanta Sai.
Yeah, hi. I just want to tell you what is the difference between the want and the need.
Exactly, you can
Yes, I'll
try.
tell you the need.
Mm-hmm,
For example, if you are living in the present moment and
mm-hmm,
if you're hungry, you
mm-hmm,
need to have food. That is the most important between the need.
mm,
Want is something which will never have any endless. For example, if you want something, then after
mm-hmm,
that there is something if you want. So
mm-hmm,
want will be keep on going and going, going.
mm-hmm.
So want will never be an end. But
Exactly.
need is very important in our life. So for
Mm-hmm,
example, if you're right now,
mm-hmm,
if you're working, you need to work. If
mm-hmm,
you're hungry, you need to have some food.
mm,
So want and the need is something like what
mm,
exactly you way you are looking at the things.
exactly.
That's how I see as a want versus need.
Wow,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. You have explained it very well. So anybody else, friends? I think our friend Manikanta Sai had shared
Yes,
the
please.
perfect thing. Yes, Aveda. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
I can give an example for want and need.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a lot of shoes
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to buy another shoes, but
Mm-hmm.
if I have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I need to buy a shoes.
Yes.
So if I have nothing, so I need it.
Mm.
But if I have some, I want it.
Right.
Thank
Right.
you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. That's great. Yes, Ram.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I mean, both the speakers are well explained, but I would say in simple words, the need is necessity,
Mm-hmm.
and other thing is requirement is luxurious. So it's necessity versus luxury. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a basic difference between the two things. So
Exactly. Yes.
luxury is one which never
Mm.
ends, and
Mm.
need is one which you need to survive. So
Mm-hmm.
requirement versus luxury. That's my
Wonderful.
definition. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yes, everybody is right. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, good. Good. Yes, Samar, go ahead.
Well, hello, Madhu. It's just like my friends expressed earlier now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Maslow pyramid would describe this clearly. The Maslow pyramid starts from the bottom of the human needs.
Mm-hmm.
Needs are basics, things that keep you living.
Mm-hmm.
Wants are things that are added up later, so you can have it now or later on.
Mm-hmm.
Want is something that based on your hopes of fulfilling things in the future. They can happen now or later on upon a plan. Needs are basics. So, and it's different. There are certain basics for everyone, like eating, drinking, sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
but other needs are different from one personality to the others.
Mm-hmm.
Like need for love might differ from one person to the other, but it's a need.
Mm, wow, that's a good point. Need for love, yes.
It's one
Need
of the
for love,
basics.
yes. It
Yes,
is. It is very, very important. Needing a love for our own self is very important than wanting love from others. Yes, we always want love from others. Yes. Thank you,
yes.
Summer. That's a
Well,
beautiful point. That's I like this point. Needing love and wanting love. Thank you. Thank you so much,
thank,
Summer.
thanks, Madhu.
So yes, friends, everybody is right. I'm so happy. We all know what is the difference between want and need. Want is again, luxury, as a friend is saying. Ram said earlier that want is like a luxury, and need is like the basic thing. When you have everything, when you have simple things, to food to eat, the simple food to eat, to just fill your stomach, and you have a simple car to just take your family out, and if you have like a small house, like where your all your family is content. So the whole idea of all these things is being content. So when you have everything, the simple basic things, you should be content. But if you have everything, and if you want more, there is no end to it. There is no end to it. So, this thing, the act, what I would like to ask you to do is be content with what you have. Be content with your job. Be content with your wife. Be content with your kids' studies. That's the that's the important thing that parents have. That like my kid is not studying well, or my kid is others kid are doing great at academics, or all these things. You are beautiful, and you don't need to wait for some else things to beautify yourself. So your kids are beautiful as they are doing great. So that's the need you have to give to your kids, and you should not want that they have to do great in everything. So again, so the materialistic possessions that you have in your life doesn't bring any good, because it always keeps you in the thought of wanting more. And be content. Be always content in no matter what. If you have a simple home, if you have food, if you have money to buy the food, buy it. If you don't have money, and if you don't have anything, still be content. Still be happy with yourself. This is what I wanted to say. Yeah, don't think too much, so that the more you think, the more you keep yourself far, like go away from yourself. So be close to yourself. Whatever the situation is, be content with it. And this is the difference between need and want. So, and let's move on to the next slide. So, yes, this is the most important thing. I'm saying most important thing to everything, because everything is most important for me. Because, yeah, that it is what it is. And here it is showing be truthful to your feelings. No means no. Ah, like before coming into meditation, I was having this problem. I was always having this problem that, oh, if I say no to somebody else, people will think that I'm bad. Or if I don't if I have to always be good, I have to be always accepting everything, though deep down you're not. you know that it is not feeling good, you're not feeling good, but you don't say no, you say, oh, it's good. Yeah. Do you like the food? You go to your friend's home and they cook food, and you know, like they ask you, is the food good? And you say, yes, it is very good, but you know that it is not good. So when it is that, say no to it. Express your feelings. Yes, thank you for cooking, but I feel that there is a little more salt in this, or you know, like I really express my gratitude to you. Then you express, but always remember to be truthful to your feelings and know when to say no. This is where we have to work. Many people, including me, I did all these kind of things. I was always, I want to be good in everybody's eyes because I need approval from others that I'm good. So we have to stop these things and we have to be truthful to our feelings. No means no. And simply start by paying attention to how you feel. When you feel not right from inside, pay attention to it. They are simply trying to give us a message about ourselves, what we are feeling, our state of being at that time. So, whatever is our state at that time, we need to put it out. No matter if it is anger, no matter it is a decision which you don't like it, the choices which you don't like it, everything. So be truthful. Or it can be love, it can be good feelings. So be truthful to your feelings. And when we acknowledge our feelings, love or hate or anger and sadness and all these things, when we acknowledge that feelings, they get the attention they need, and they go back to their proper perspective and the place in our head. So we need to acknowledge them. We need to see them. Oh, I have this hatred feeling. Okay, so where I need to work? Oh, I have this sad feeling where I need to work. Oh, somebody is hurting me. Every time my boss comes and says me that I'm this. Because it's just because you're silent, because you're not voicing out. And in my opinion, voicing out doesn't mean in a rude way. In my opinion, voicing out means standing for your own self. Standing for your own self. So when your boss is saying something to you, don't just listen. Oh, don't come into this judgment that you are that what your boss is saying, or your wife is saying, or your colleagues are saying about you. So just drop all these things. Drop these things and acknowledge your feelings. If you don't feel right from inside, just speak it out. If you don't feel that in the home something is not right, speak it out. Oh, my husband sometimes says to me, you know, like, oh, you don't, sometimes you don't clean the kitchen properly. I have to accept it. I have to accept it. And that's where I grow. And I'm thankful to my husband that he have expressed. He did not stay silent. He did not keep calm. Oh, my wife is good, so or I will not tell her all these things because she is doing good in other things. So I will not tell her that she's not working here properly. No, we have to tell. I'm so glad that my husband shared that these kind of points, when we share or when some others share to us that this is the thing, that is where we work. So my husband expressed his own feelings, what he felt, and that helped me to grow. That put a full stop to that situation. So if he wouldn't have told me at that time, then I would have been, you know, like, it's okay, taking it easy, you know, like, okay, my husband is not saying anything, so I just have taken everything for granted. But since he have told me that I have to work over here, then there's an opportunity for me to grow. So you have to do the same thing, friends. So if somebody is saying something to you, just listen to it. And if you see if there is anything that you resonate with it. I resonated with my husband that, yes, when I looked at the kitchen, yes, it is not clean. It is not clean. That's true. It is not clean. It opened my eyes. Yes, it is not clean. Then I work on it. But if I keep my home clean, and if still my husband says, oh, this is not right, you're not doing good, still I stay calm. I will not let the cool. I'll not give the power to my husband. I just stay calm. Okay, okay. You just smile, and then you do whatever you want to do. That's it. So don't react to the situations. If some of your boss is saying something, don't react. Respond. Respond. Be truthful to your feelings and respond it in a nice way. In a nice way, so that they put a full stop to you. They put a full stop to your to you, that they think that you are that. So they put a full stop to that. So we have to do this, friends. So be truthful to your feelings. Always be truthful to your feelings. Yeah. And those are the 5 steps. So let me go back again, and let's see the 5 steps once again. The first step is forgiving. The second step is be good to yourself. Third step is take back power over your life. And the fourth step is act. And the fifth step is be truthful to your feelings. Yeah. And now let us see what are the ways. How are the ways to go to our experience self-love? So yes, 1 second, friends. All right. Okay. Mhm. Okay. So there are 5 ways to self-love. We know that now that we have known the steps, now we know the ways, the directions, how to reach to the self-love. So again, the first thing is be kind to yourself. The second thing is always choose love. The third thing is no comparisons whatsoever, no comparisons. And the fourth thing is affirmations. The fifth way is meditate. That's the best way, because I found this self-love through meditation. To the fifth point, that's the most important point. Again, see, I'm using the most important thing, knowing that everything is most important. Yeah, so let's get into that. Be kind to yourself. Have a constant dialogue with your inner self as if you're talking to a friend. So I always do this. The moment I started loving myself, I always do this dialogue with myself. Okay, as if there is a friend inside me, and I talk to that friend. Okay, yeah, now let's what to do, like how to paint and all these things. I have a dialogue with myself, which is very important, because we always have a dialogue with our friends outside, but we need to have a dialogue with our own friend who is inside us. Yeah, this is this is this is where we have to work. People might feel that you are silly. People think that, oh, what is this girl doing, she's talking blah 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 to her own self. I've seen many people talking to themselves, and now I see myself talking to my own self. So there is nothing wrong. Let people think whatever they want to think, but always have a constant dialogue with yourself, friends. This is very, 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 very important. Yeah. And don't judge yourself. So be compassionate. With this, I want to tell you again a story, a very, very small story. When I was a very small, my mom shared this story with me. There is this small boy in the school, for example, Jim. So he's in the school, and he always sits in the back bench. And the teacher, every day she comes to the school, to the class, and she says to every child, to the whole classroom, that I love you all. But deep down, the teacher knows that she doesn't like this one boy who is sitting in the back bench, because that boy is wearing all the not clean clothes. His shoes are torn and all these things. He's not good at academics and all these things. So what the teacher does is, she's always not nice with that boy. And one day there is a time for the progress report. So the time has come. So she writes in the progress report that this particular boy by name Jim is very bad. He wears all the dirty clothes and his shoes are torn, and he's very bad at studies. He has no proper sense. He always sits in the back. So everything the teacher writes about that boy in the progress report. So in that school, what happens is before the progress report reaches to the parents, the principal will review all the progress reports, and she will see each and every report, and then it will be given to the parents. It will be delivered to the parents. So the principal sees that this teacher wrote something about Jim like this, all not good things about Jim. And the principal calls this teacher to the office room, and the teacher comes, and the principal explains to the teacher that, remember teacher, that a progress report should be always telling about the progress of the child. Progress is a growth. So we should always encourage the kids. But what you have given here is very discouraging the child and even the parents as well. So the principal says, before before we send this report to the parents, let me tell you what happened to Jim. So she will ask the help, the person who is helping the principal, to bring the old progress reports of Jim. So the teacher goes through all the old progress reports of Jim. So the first progress report says Jim's mom is undergoing some hard situation. She has some health issues and all these things. And the second progress report, but Jim is very good at academics, the first progress report. And the second progress report, Jim's mom has diagnosed with cancer, and his father is always in the hospital, and all these things it's written. And the third thing, it says that Jim's mom passed over, and his father is always in very sad mood. So all these things, it is written in the progress report. So when the teacher sees that progress reports, she cries. She cries because she understood that all these time she has been judging this little Jim who is sitting in the back bench, not knowing what the situation that Jim had undergone. So, friends, here I want you to imagine your mind, or your thought process as the teacher in the story. And this little Jim who is sitting in the back bench is that inner child of yours who is deep down, because this inner child has hurt so much from the past. He or she had undergone so many issues from the past, from the family, from the friends, from the society. He layered up so many things. So now the child is so deep down. So now it is the teacher's duty to bring that child out, to say to the child, how we will say that? Just changing here, changing the way how the teacher had changed her thought process towards that little Jim. So we need to also change our thought process to our own self. So it is not you are that whatever you are experiencing now. Something might have happened in the past which is which you are today. So it is not your fault. So don't judge yourself that you are this. So don't be always compassionate. Be compassionate. Like the teacher afterwards, she became compassionate towards this little Jim. So from today, we will all be compassionate towards our own selves. We will take that little Jim who is inside us and say, it's okay, I have understood that what you have undergone is very tough. So now I'm there. I will support you in every way. So you give the nurturing to that little child of yours who is inside you. Yeah, so don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself. And this beautiful line which Jesus Christ always says, judge ye not. Judge ye not doesn't mean that um, outside people. Judging not means don't judge yourself, and also don't judge others. Don't judge the situations as well. So be compassionate. Be compassionate towards yourself. Be compassionate towards your neighbor, towards animal beings, towards everything. So when you start being compassionate, when you start experiencing the non-judgment, you will be kind to yourself. And example here it is given. I think you can see. If you are unable to finish the task on time, don't punish yourself. It's okay. It's okay that we might be doing so many things, so we couldn't finish our task on time. Just be kind. And we must always try to love ourselves without exceptions. Without exceptions. And remember to be forgiving when the negative attributes like anger and envy appear. When these things come out of you, still you should love yourself. Everybody have these kind of feelings, these kind of emotions. So with all that, you have to love yourself. Love all the negative and all the faults you find in yourself too. Because when you love all these things, the things which is not bringing any good to you will drop off, because you have accepted that too. They say no, when you embrace the the not good part or a not good person with love, that person will change. So let us all do it today. So when we embrace our negative sides or the flaws in us, we will shift everything. We will make it beautiful. That thing which is not bringing any good to us will shift its energy, and it changes into what we where we can grow. And yeah, this is one of the topics. Be kind to yourself and always choose love. Why to choose hate? Why to choose anger? Why to choose this? Always choose love. In any situation, choose love. So Anita Morjani, I don't know if you have read her book, Dying to Be Me. It's a wonderful book. If you did not read it, please read it. She says, choosing love is the healthiest thing we can do for ourselves. Can't we choose love instead of all other emotions? Think about it. It is not difficult at all. It is not at all difficult to choose love. It is very difficult to choose hatred and all these kind of things. But it is very easy to love the situations, to love ourselves. Again, it is just a thought away. Yeah, always choose love, friends. And remember this, choosing love is the healthiest thing we can do for ourselves. And no comparisons, no comparisons at all. You are the great the way you are, because you are a divine being. Everybody is unique, everybody is great. They are beautiful as they are. You are beautiful as you are. Accept that. And don't get jealous of anyone. If there is anything that we can learn from them. But don't be jealous about them. That again, jealousy will take us down. So always learn to appreciate. Oh, you are doing great things. Can you teach me? Or I want to learn painting. Is it possible that you can teach me? Always open to receive information, but don't be jealous of somebody else or some situations, right? And that quality is really beautiful, friends. Appreciating others, appreciating the situations. See, in 2009 I had a miscarriage. I went into a deep depression. I was like, you cannot imagine, I was cursing myself. Why did this thing happen to me? I was hating myself. I became that that little Jim in that school, sitting in the back bench. I ignored everybody and I said, no, I closed all the doors so nobody can reach me. I was in that state. So what happened is, like, afterwards, after practicing meditation, and I have experienced this self love. And I started appreciating that. I appreciated that miscarriage which happened in that in the year of 2009. I felt so much gratitude to that it had led me to the path of meditation. So in your life, if you have any challenging situations, any disturbing situations, accept them. So they are there to teach you something. So don't, when you are in that state, don't compare yourself with your neighbors that they are happy and you are not happy. So this situation came to you at the right time to teach you something. If you're not learning that thing, it will keep on repeating. You always fall, like 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 in the exams, you fail in your exams till you pass. So why not we practice all these things so that we will pass each time the situation comes. We will not wait that, oh, we grow old and we become wise. No, let us all break all these thought processes that only when I become old I'm wise. No, starting from today, just make a conscious choice, make a conscious decision that you can change your reality, right? And instead of separating ourselves from others and feeling less than someone else, see the connection. This is so beautiful. Always see the connection. When we look for similarities, they soon become obvious and love is more likely to appear. So always you see the similarities. Always remember that everybody go through many issues. Everybody have many problems, rich or poor, everybody have problems. Everybody have problems. Only but when we are having problems, we think that everybody is happy. At that time, remember that everybody has also gone through some problems, but they came out of it. It will pass. The only thing that we have to do is we have to understand that this problem is coming to teach me something, and also to understand that there is a similarity. Problems might be different, but they have problems. Everybody have problems. If we don't have any problem, we will never grow. So accept this. Accept the similarities. Only when you accept the similarities, you will be happy, because you have to be happy. There is nobody else in the world who will come and make you happy. We are all a happy being. It's just that with time we have overloaded ourselves, that we think that happiness is a luxury. Being happy is a luxury. Only very few people in the world can be happy. No, anybody can be happy. This moment, right at this moment, we can be happy. We are already happy. Why we have to postpone it to the future when we can do it now, right? So find the similarities, friends. Find the similarities. It's okay. It's okay that everybody is going through a lot of things. When you understand that, everything, you will see the beauty. You will see the beauty in life. You start to accept everything. You start to accept others. Yeah, no comparisons. No comparisons. And you use affirmations. I think many of you all know about this wonderful lady called Louise L. Hay. She owns this publications, Hay House Publications. From her publications, wonderful books comes out. So Louise L. Hay is another believer in the power of loving yourself for healing. In her book, You Can Heal Your Life, she recommends repeating positive phrases like a mantra and writing them down. I always do that. I like to do that. I always say, all is good, all is good. My husband says, all is well, all is well. This beautiful movie in Bollywood, the Three Idiots. In that Three Idiots movie, that Amir Khan always says, all is well, all is well. He taps into his heart and says, all is well, all is well. No, no, don't worry. Everything is good. All is well, all is well. So we need to do the affirmations. Affirmations is like you fake it till you make it, the same thing. We do affirmations because we will make that one reality. So each time you make an affirmation, I am beautiful. I am successful. Everything, whatever you wish, you make it as an affirmation, and it will manifest. It will manifest because each thought, each word, each action is an energy, right? And leaving affirmations on notes around our living or workspaces will feed our mind consciously and subconsciously as it becomes a deep truth in time with repetition. Um, my friend's teacher, like she's German, she's learning German language, and the teacher recommends my friend that she puts a sticky notes in every place, in every corner of her room and the kitchen, everywhere, sticky notes, so that she can see it and she can learn from it, she can learn the words. So the same way we have to also do the sticky notes. In the sticky notes you stick that affirmations: yes, I am beautiful, I am successful, or I have everything, whatever I want, or what I have everything. So use these affirmations, use these sticky notes to put the affirmations everywhere. Then it becomes your reality. And I accept myself just as I am, however I am. I am fat, I accept myself. I am short, I accept myself. I am tall, I accept myself. I did not do good at studies, I'm a failure. Let me tell you, I'm a failure in my intermediate, in my plus two. I stayed 1 year at home doing nothing. That time I couldn't accept because of the pressure of the family and everybody. But now I accept that failure. Yes, I'm a failure. Accept that. Yeah. And I accept myself as I am. And a true Louis L. test to show that our self-love is increasing is to look into the mirror. Is the very, very beautiful thing that we can all do. Look into the mirror, into your own eyes, and you affirm all these things out. Whatever you want to beautify, you can go into in front of the mirror and you can do it. Before I experience this self love, I always having this conscious feeling about my smile is not beautiful. Like my teeth are, like when somebody takes a photograph of me, my teeth are very strange. Like all these kind of things I was having about myself. So what I did is I went in front of the mirror. So my friends and my family thinks, like how can it be possible? But it is possible, friends. So I went in front of the mirror each day, and I looked at myself and I saw myself when I'm smiling. So the smile which I was having before was a smile where I'm hiding my emotions. But afterwards, after knowing myself, after practicing this self love, the smile which I have has completely changed. Each day I go in front of the mirror and I see the way I'm smiling. I say to myself, you are beautiful as you are. So when you practice those kind of things, automatically it becomes your truth. Yeah. And do the mirror work, friends. It works. It really works. It worked for me. It All these things which I've shared today is not somewhere that I've got information, but these things I've experimented it and I've experienced it. Only when I know something, only when I experience something, then only I can share. Without any experience, it is very hard to share. It's only the book knowledge or the knowledge from some other source. But only when you experiment and experience, then only you can able to share. So I have experienced how the mirror works. So I recommend you all to practice this. And on top of your mirror, like you can put a sticky note saying whatever you wish to see yourself in the coming days, or in the now or in the future. And Keep saying I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love myself, I love myself. It's in a not in a greedy manner, not in a egoistic manner, not in a selfish manner, but you say that I love you. I love you as I am. I love you as you are, to your heart. You say that. And friends, the fifth most important ways to attain self-love is meditation. So this beautiful quote from Buddha, he says that peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. So everything comes from within. As yesterday I shared this beautiful story of this bird and the waterfall. So always remind yourself of this little bird next to the waterfall. So only the bird had carried peace within herself, that all these disturbances didn't bother her. So we should always have this peace within ourselves. And meditation allows us to access inner peace anytime we want. So suppose if you are at work and you see that your emotions are changing, you see that you are in stress, just close your eyes, take a breath, take a deep breath, and just close your eyes for even 2 minutes, and it works magic. Magic happens just like that, because you had emptied in that 2 minutes. You have let go of all these emotion which is bothering you. You did not give power to that emotion. Emotion is again energy which is in motion. So we have directed that energy to something which is beautiful, to calm ourselves, so that we have a clarity and we can do better. So, and to truly spread peace to the world, we must first become peaceful ourselves. How can we bring peace to the world thinking that I am doing something good? If you're not doing good to yourself, if you're not peaceful within yourself, how can you expect that you're giving peace to the world or your family or to your friends? So first of all, start working from within. Go within and do the work, do all these work, and then you can do whatever you want, because what is inside is what is outside. And peace and real happiness are a natural state of being that you can access at all times through regular meditation practice. I am like that. I practiced it, and I can say that with meditation, even if I have my physical body is tired, or if there is something which is bothering me, I just close my eyes and I just calm myself, and I immediately have a clarity. I accept the situation. So meditation is is the most into infinity times important thing that we have to do it every day, every single day. Go within by meditating daily to bypass the labels that I am at this position or whatever it is. We always have these labels, right? Okay, I am this, I am that, I come from this rich background, or I'm from this, like all these labels. It will all drop, the judgments and the fears, because that is not us. How can it be us? How can it be the labels? How can we become, how can we are the labels? How can we be somebody saying judge you something? How can we be that? And the fears which you had carried, you think that you are that? No, we are not that. We are much more higher than what we think we are. So we have only thought that we are that. We thought that we are our fears. We thought that somebody's judgment are us. And we thought that, okay, I have this everything, so I am great. Like all these things you have created for your own self. You have thought that you are that, but you are not that. You are this divine soul who is inside, who does not require labels, who does not require judgments, who is out of fear. So now let us bring that out. How to bring that out? The ways is to meditate by doing all the other things, all the previous things which we have discussed earlier. Huh? And touch that source of true happiness, peace, serenity, and yes, true love for your true self. Yeah. Meditate, friends. We will, at the end, we will do the meditation, and no material things can bring us happiness. No material things can bring us happiness. So only when we meditate, all these things drops, and we see the beauty that we are not that. We are much more than that. So no labels, no judgments, no fears. So this is again a beautiful thing. Love is what comes from within. Love no boundaries. Love opens the door to freedom and joy. Love conquers our fears. Love opens one soul to a higher place. By sharing love openly allows us to shine. Love asks nothing in return. Love allows me to be at peace all the time. Isn't that wonderful? So when we know all these things, why is it difficult to implement? Why is that we are getting carried away? Why is it that we are blocking there? Why is that we are stopping ourselves there? We have the key. We have the key. We have to just open it. We have the key to ourselves. Now all these tools that is there, all the steps and all the ways is there. Those are the, to reach to that spot. And there you find this door, and you have the key, and you open that key, and you find everything there, and you find this self which is there waiting for you all the time. And let us all embrace love, friends. Let's not let's not think too much about all the other stuff which is blocking us. Yeah. And so now I'm going to ask you all to unmute yourself, and we will all say it out loud, everybody at the same time. I'm going to put everything. I love myself because I think everybody could able to see it. So now let us do this exercise saying these affirmations out loud. Yeah. So now you have this opportunity to unmute yourself, and let us all say it loud. 1 second. Let me put everything. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Yes. So you can all unmute yourself. Everybody, I want everybody to do that. It's very, very important. This exercise is very important to come out of all these, um, like shy feelings or blocks or everything. Yeah, today we will say it out loud.
I
Yes.
love.
Yes, I love myself because I deserve it. Let's all say it. I love
I
myself.
love
Say it out
myself
loud.
I
because
love
I
I
myself.
love
Myself
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 because
because
Self
I want to
because I
be
deserve
happy.
it.
deserve it.
I love
I
myself.
love
Myself.
Myself.
I
myself
love
because I just
myself.
love
Will
Because
make
myself.
my
it
day
will make
better.
my day better.
I do better.
I
I
love
love
myself
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 Love
because
make
myself
my
because
day
it will
better.
see an
Because
increase
in my
because
increase
confidence.
in
I
my
will
in me.
see an
confidence,
increase in
positive
my
motivation,
confidence
Positive
and
person.
self.
I love myself
esteem.
because I'm
Yes,
silly. I
I
love
I
love
love
myself.
myself
myself
I will
because it
achieve
will
To
help
to
achieve
me
the
be
world
truly be present.
present.
truly.
I
I
love
love
I
I
love
myself
myself
myself.
love
Myself is
myself
to
I
to
will
be
feel
I
happy.
will
I
happy.
love
feel
myself to
happy.
I
know
I
love
love
I
happiness
myself.
love
or
myself.
happiness.
myself
love
because
Well,
myself
I
I
will
will
help me
motivate
truly
me.
be.
good
I love
I love
myself
happiness.
myself myself
I
because
love
I
it
love
will
myself
make
myself
me
because
It will
laugh.
make me
it
laugh.
will be
I
the
love
I
world
love
myself
myself because
because
else
it
it
I
will
will
do.
inspire
change
the
or
I
inside
love
inspire
myself
me
because
too.
I will motivate me.
too.
I love
I
I
myself.
love
Love
myself.
myself because it will make me laugh.
I love
I
myself
love myself
I love
because I
because
myself
deserve
because
it.
it will
the
change
world
the world
inside
inside me and
out.
outside too.
Wow. How do you feel,
Wow.
guys? How do you feel?
Wow. Great and
When you said
Better.
energetic,
laugh,
Madhu.
I
Thank you
laugh.
so much.
Yes, this is
Thank
the
you.
mantra. We should always say it loud every time. I love myself. Why I shouldn't love myself? I love myself because I deserve it. Make this make this list and say it out loud every time, and it becomes your truth. Yeah. So thank you for sharing it out loud. I'm so happy. Thank you. Yes. Now let's mute again. Yes, let's mute ourselves. Mm. Wow, I feel so energetic. I feel so good. Thank you, thank you. And let's get into the next slide, the do's. Now that we have said all these things, what are the other things that we have to do? So the first thing is express gratitude to everything, including yourself. Expressing gratitude is the most beautiful thing. Express gratitude every day when you get up from your bed, when you put your feet down. Express your gratitude that thank you, and I'm alive today to do great things. Express your gratitude. Express your gratitude to your family members. Express your gratitude to your boss, to the flower in the street that made you happy looking at it. Express. When you express your gratitude, your heart becomes big, big, big. You know, it grows, it expands. So there is a lot of love inside you. Why to keep it just here? Why to just hide it? When you express, you become free. Always express gratitude, friends. And walk in nature with barefoot. I love to do that. In Germany, sometimes me with the friends who comes for the meditation, we all go to the fields and we walk barefoot. I like to do that. I like to walk in the forest. I like to I like to put my feet in the water. So it grounds us completely. When we do that, we feel so much gratitude when we are walking in the nature barefoot, because each cell in our body is happy, is really happy, because we are doing something beautiful. That should be our state. It reminds us that that is our state. And always have a smile on your face. Use mirror. If you don't use mirror, also just smile. I like to smile at everybody. I like this thing. No matter if somebody smiles at me back or not, I like to smile. It doesn't cost anything, right? Just have a smile instead of having an angry face or a stiff face. Just have a smile. Have a smile everywhere. That comforts you and also other person as well who is watching you. If they think crazy, it is okay. It's none of our business. But at least some people will smile at you. That gives a good feeling that something blooms in them, right? So I like to do that. And hug yourself. How many of you all hug yourself? Oh, I love myself. I hug myself. There is nothing wrong in hugging yourself. It's not a selfish thing. It's so beautiful. We hug everybody. Hug yourself. And you know what you can hug? You can go and hug a tree. If you see a big tree, just go to that tree and hug the tree. You can instantly feel that love from the tree. You can instantly feel connected. So start hugging yourself and start hugging the trees and start hugging the children, the babies. My best friend, she gave birth to this little one. Her name is Ananya. I like to hug that little one, you know. Then I really appreciate the life. It's a miracle. It's a miracle that we are alive. It's a miracle that we are breathing. So why we have to, be in stress? Why we need to think too much? It's a miracle that we came to this planet. So why not we make a best of it when we are here? That little baby, when I look at that baby, she's just 1 week old. And when I look at her, I was also the same. And the innocence the baby carry, we all carried that innocence. All that with the time we have, as I told you, labeled ourselves, judged ourselves with the situation. So now we will go back to that little babies and we hug ourselves. We don't wait others to hug us, or we always smile. We don't wait others to smile at us. Yeah. And find something you feel passionate about. This is very important, friends. Suppose in your childhood, or you might have thought, wish I could have learned a dance because I feel so much like dancing. I love to dance, but something had stopped you at that time. Find that thing where you are passionate about. Suppose you are good at photography, you are good at music. It's never too late. If you find your passion, just follow it. When you are doing that, you are loving yourself, because you are loving yourself because you are doing the thing which you wanted to do long time back. You are reliving it again. So when you do that, you love yourself. So find something you feel passionate about and help and serve others. Once you helped yourself, once I helped myself, I helped myself a lot, because my husband and my husband's family and my Guru Patriji, he says nobody in the world can help you if you don't help yourself. So I helped myself with the help of meditation. And once I helped myself, I wanted to see everybody happy, healthy, and loving themselves. So having the smile on their faces. So once I have something in me, I want to see it everywhere. So once you found this happiness inside you, now is the time that you have to share that happiness. You have to share your experience, serve others. It is very important. It is the greatest thing that we can do, because we are doing God's job easy. I always tell that once we share our meditation experience, once we make others sit in meditation, we are making God's job easy. We are making them independent. We are not making them dependent, we are making them independent, to make them realize that all the answers are inside you, all the love is there inside you. You don't need to wait for somebody else to shower love on you. So this kind of clarity they will get. So help yourself first, and once you help yourself, then help others, and then serve others, and read books. Reading books is also very important, friends. So because when we read other people's experiences, then we know what others had gone through. Then again we find the similarities. Then we see that, oh, they have also gone through so much things. Like Louise L.A., she had gone so much things. She had undergone cancer, and recently, through the because of the age, she passed over. But when she was alive, she had undergone lot of issues in her life. And after she started practicing these affirmations, this thought came to her that she need to write a book about affirmations. And she started helping others how to make affirmations. And when she did that, and many people had transformed their lives, because after reading the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise L. Hay, many people, including me, I've seen the way how she expresses, how she puts everything in a beautified manner, saying that I love my body, I love each and every part of myself. Like everything she mentions in that book. When you read that book, it's affirming you that like, yes, you're doing it right. So reading books is very, very important, friends. And as we discussed, meditation again comes again, again and again. And exercising your body is very important. Exercising the mind is meditation. Doing some exercise to the mind is meditation. And exercising the body, physical exercise, is also very important. Take a walk in the nature. You don't need to do big exercises. The simple exercises where you don't need too much of like fancy things, like, oh, I have to go to the gym to do some exercise. No, don't put all these things. Just go into the nature. Everybody have, like, everywhere there is nature. Like, though in you are in a big cities like Cairo, or anywhere. Like, I find this in Cairo, this Azhar Park very beautiful. That's the place, the nature, the parks, which in every city in India or anywhere in the world, go to the parks and be in the nature, and listen to the birds and appreciate everything. So that's a kind of an exercise, the physical exercise that you can do. And this isn't this beautiful, friends. There is no love story greater, deeper, or richer than the one we have with ourselves. There is no love story. There is no love story greater than this love story which we create for our own self. So today, friends, let us take a promise that we will create our own love story. We will make our own love story. And this is the love story with our own selves. Love story not with somebody else, but with our own selves. So from today, we all these points which we have discussed, the steps, the ways and the do's and the affirmations, so all these things we practice, and when we practice it, we are creating a love story each day. Each day we are getting to know ourselves, because all these while our self is hiding somewhere. So now we will get to know that the self of ours, like when a couple get together, like then they get to know each other, right? Initially you don't know that person, but with regular meeting that person, you will understand, oh, I know this person. Then you get to know what are the dislikes and likes about this person, the same thing. So you create your own love story by all these things that we have done today. Yeah. So with this, I want everybody to meditate, including me. So let us all take a very short meditation, and afterwards we get into the question and answer, right? So I'll be playing some music. So make yourself comfortable by crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, by crossing our legs, by closing our eyes, and by just observing our breath. Just a normal breath. Let yourself be fully present with your breath and your heart. Notice how they are interconnected. As you do, you begin to appreciate your heart and your breath, the natural breath, the breath which is going in and the breath which is coming out, the breath which is making us happy each time we are breathing. Just the natural breath, friends. Only when you are connected with your breath, only when you are in your heart center, you see how beautiful you are. You see how peaceful you are from inside. Like imagine the teacher in the story hugging the little Jim, caring the little Jim. Starting from today, each day, let us follow the steps. Let us go on the base to reach to ourself, to experience self-love. Just the natural breath. There will be some soft music. Which will take you to the deep spaces of yourself, where you realize your true self. Last 2 minutes, friends. Bring back your awareness to your physical body. Let us all make a promise to our own selves that we will put ourselves as first. We will take care of ourselves. We will love ourselves. We will nurture ourselves. Let us all do that, my friends. Starting from now, each moment, each situation, each person, everything is a learning. As I accept myself, I also accept everything and everybody around me. As I love myself unconditionally, without any conditions, I love everybody without any conditions. Last 30 seconds, friends. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a beautiful session, beautiful meditation, one of the ways to experience self-love. So if somebody wishes to share their experience, you can share your experience. Today I want everybody to talk and what this workshop brought to you, and what are your takeaways. This is very important that we can share. It's like when we share, it shows care. So please express your feelings. And 1 second. Yes, Sahar, go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, Madhu.
Yes, sir.
I cannot thank you enough for this 2 day session. I was mentioning in the chat that I actually took this day off from work to participate. I could do it on YouTube, but to be in while you are saying this or to participate with you is a huge thing for me, because you kept saying this is the most important thing. Then the next slide, this is the most important thing. Yes, I was totally agreeing with you that every single word you said is the most important thing by itself.
Yeah.
And while you were talking today and yesterday, it brought many situations I think it's not only me. I think everybody. Situations kept flowing with what you tell and so on, and comparison and so on. And what what should I do next if
Mm.
these situations happened once again and so on? So it is really self-correcting and self or learning to be um, enjoy by ourselves
Mm.
first,
Right.
to spread the joy. And there is something very important you mentioned today that I wanted to highlight: the comparison, the comparison between ourselves and the others.
Mm. True.
Yes, it can be number one source of misery and
Right.
creates a big hole in ourselves
Mm.
that cannot be filled by anything in the world.
Very true.
But on the other side, I've seen, let me tell you a very short story or short situation
Yes.
about my mother when she had breast cancer 12 years ago,
Mm.
13 years ago. And
Mm.
she's all right now because she's a wonderful person. When I used to go with her to the hospital,
Mm.
the doctor, the chief of the department, was saying, "Yes, I wish you recover, madam," and so on, because he liked her so much because of the
Mm.
spirit. Uh, she wasn't only bearing what she was going through. No, she was helping the other patients because she wanted to make them feel happy. She jokes with them and so on. So the doctor was saying to me, "I want your mother to recover, but I don't want her to stop coming to the hospital because
Mm.
she helps me treating the other people." Then
Wow.
I was asking my mother how this is
Mm.
amazing feeling. How did you get it? How do you get it?
Mm.
Because you are in a crisis, really, a real crisis.
Mm.
She says, if I look at other, if you can look with me in the hospital, she showed me some stuff, some not stuff, some suffering for other people. Maybe a much younger girl that just married and had the same thing, and a little baby, a little child, and so on. She said, "Do you see all these people suffering at the beginning of their journey to life?"
Mm.
And I already lived everything.
Mm.
I had all my joys. I had everything, and you are grown men now, you and
Mm.
your brother. So what could I need from life? What more do I need?
Wow.
I'm content already. I'm happy already. So
Mm.
when I look at these people, I feel the bliss that I'm in. That
Mm.
this cancer came very late.
Mm.
So it was
Wow.
something life transforming for me as well. So sometimes comparison with lesser things or maybe bigger suffering on the other hand, to look at it mindfully
Mm.
and in a compassionate way makes us feel real cleansed from the inside.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
really.
thank you so much, Madhu. I don't know how to thank you and Ram for the whole journey, and yesterday and today. It was really thoughtful and inspiring. Really.
Thank you so much, Sahar.
Thank you so much.
Your all presence makes a difference.
Yeah.
You all being here makes a difference to us as well. So, thank you for sharing your mom's story.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
so
really
much.
beautiful. That's really beautiful. The beautiful spirit we could able to see. Your
Yeah.
mom's
Yeah.
spirit. Wow. Big hug to your mom.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhu.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Sneha, you can go ahead.
Hi, Madhu.
Hi, Sneha.
So, as Sahir already said, like we cannot thank you and Ram sir enough for all that you are doing, like all the wisdom that you are spreading. And there's one particular point that I understood today when you said no means no.
Mm.
So a year back, when I decided to leave my job, like my job of 8 years, and I
Mm.
was struggling throughout the 8 years, and I was trying to please everyone. I always used to say yes to anything and everything that they were throwing to me.
Mm.
And you were right. Like we should not be saying yes to please someone. I understand that yes, when I was saying yes, that was to please everyone. That was to show that I could probably do it, but
Mm.
I could not understand the impact that it was having on me, like in the long term, how burdened it made me feel, how stressful I became because of saying yes all the time.
Mm.
And when I decided to call it off and like that, I quit, I cannot do it anymore.
Mm.
So that decision now sounds like the best decision I could ever make.
Wow.
Being coming out of that stressful situation, I did good to myself. Now I can see, okay, I can say proudly that I was kind to myself in that particular moment when I took that decision. I do not regret it anymore.
Yes.
And I think it came for good because now I feel more relaxed, and
It's
maybe it carved the pathway for me to explore my spiritual journey.
true.
So
Wow.
thank you so much to make me realize like a decision taken almost a year back, because yes, in June only I decided to do that, and today we are sitting in July 2020,
Mm.
and the decision made back in 2019 now makes
Wonderful.
so much sense.
Yes.
Wow.
You have trusted your instincts, Sneha. At that time, you have listened to your heart. You said, no, enough is enough. I cannot
Right.
take it. Yes. So I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you left your job so that we found you. Everything
And
happened
I'm
so
really
quickly.
grateful for you to make me understand this after the years, listening to everyone that no, it's not a good decision, and
Mm.
after a year of questioning myself,
Mm.
was I really right, or was I some extent I did something wrong? But now I feel grateful. I
Mm.
feel grateful to myself for taking this decision, and I feel grateful to you to make me realize that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sneha. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you, Madhu.
Yeah. Yes, Fatma, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Yes, yes, Poniji. Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
hi, Hari Om. My name is Puni, and thank you, Madhu. It was a very wonderful session for last 2 days, and it's been very insightful. Some of the things that you have shared are very simple, but we don't follow that on our daily basis and keep forgetting. So these techniques and do some simple things in your daily day-to-day routine
Mm.
definitely, makes you keep yourself motivated and practice it. So thank you very much for your sessions.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, Poniji. Thank you for being here. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So, yes, Fatma, I'm just unmuting. You can unmute yours. Yes.
Hello,
Hey, hello.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm great as ever. Yeah.
I'm Fatma from Cairo, and it's my first time to join this meditation.
Okay.
And I joined a Together group, and I want to tell you something which is very simple, which happened to me before the meditation. Someone let me very down,
Mm.
and I was going to the balcony as if I'm going to cry or something.
Mm.
I was in a very bad mood.
Mm.
So while looking in my WhatsApp and this, I found that there is, without any previous knowing before, there
Mm.
is love something by whom I don't know anything about it. So I
Mm.
said, look, check the time. Maybe I can. They are still there. So I pressed,
Mm.
and then it was like God opened a door to heaven for me,
Wow.
because it changed my mood completely from being like feeling miserable and down to another world,
Mm.
especially the music and the meditation. I
Wow.
felt like I'm as if I'm in India.
Mm.
And 5 minutes later I felt that I'm an Indian dancing, and
Wow.
yeah, the wonderful feelings. I always know about and read about self-love, and I know about Louise Hay and so on. But I used to ask myself always, okay, there is true love and love is pure and so on. But how can I love myself? People always say, okay, you have to love yourself. This is healing and so on. How? So
Mm.
the how question still there. I
Mm.
couldn't understand. But today, after I attended with you,
Mm.
I knew some techniques, and you helped me a lot. So thank you
Wow.
so much. I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful for Allah and for you for all
Shukran
the
Giddan. Shukran Giddan, Fatma.
laugh. Thank you. sending you people.
أنا أكلم
Thanks for
عربي
this
شوية
club.
شوية. So that's good.
If you are in Cairo, it will be my pleasure to meet you.
I was in Egypt for 8 years. I left Egypt in 2016. Yeah, I will be back again. Yeah.
Okay, we're waiting. It's a
Yes.
pleasure to meet you. And I don't want to talk too much, but I have many things to say. But the last thing I want to say is, when you asked us all to say that, for example, I love myself for to motivate or so on loudly, I
Mhm.
felt a great energy of love. It was like,
Wow.
it was very powerful,
Mm.
And when someone said that you had a session yesterday or something,
Mm.
at first I felt jealous and I said, "Oh, why didn't I know before?" But I said,
No,
"Now
no
we are so."
problem. No problem. We have it in the YouTube. It is there in the YouTube. We have put it
Okay,
in the YouTube. You can
okay,
watch it.
okay. Have a good day, all, and
Thank you,
thank you.
Fatma.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So grateful. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Yes. Bye bye. So, anybody else, friends? All right. So let us call it for the day, and let us call it for this workshop. We have we all did wonderful. We all did wonderful in knowing the self love, and starting from today, we will all experience self love, having no doubts in our mind. So, as we did in meditation, we will all promise to ourselves that we will take care of ourselves, which is the most important thing. I don't know why I'm saying this again and again, the most important thing. Yes. So, yes, love yourself more. Love. Give love to yourself. And when you love yourself, everybody will love you. This is my experience. And thank you all for joining. And namaste. Have a lovely day, a lovely evening, and a lovely night wherever you are. And namaste. And friends, if you want to, if you wish to join our sessions, we do have a WhatsApp group, and you can join there, and you can write your number in the chat box. I'll add